winning and losing, it's not the same thing. But winning doesn't mean that you are the best.
I'd like to welcome Fernando Brash,
Yes.
who is the technical director of the NBA basketball school here in India. What is your role here?
Yeah, so my role is very simple. I'm responsible for implement the methodology of NBA basketball schools program.
If you had to rate us on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of quality that we have, where do we stand right now?
Oh my God, you are putting me in a very difficult position.
Just
Oh my God. Well, I'm not going to run from the question.
What is it that we don't teach our kids which is being taught outside right now?
We don't teach them how to score. For example, dribbling 20 times in the same place. Tell me one situation in basketball when you give 20 dribbles in the same spot. It doesn't exist. The game changed a lot, and this is what I'm trying to teach our new coaches here in India. And this is the most difficult part that I'm facing here in India because they are very stubborn.
I think I have to ask you, what makes a good coach?
Consistency. Consistent is the key word. Don't look to basketball as a rocket science. And I told the coaches, it's a mistake you go to YouTube and try to replicate that in your session. It's a huge mistake. I'm going to give you something that is very spooky even for me. I dream with drills.
Where do you think do these kids stand?
I'm going to be very honest with you. You reach under 16 and that's it. And you don't have nothing more. Sir, and now what? In Portugal, we have one good thing that you don't have here in India.
Well, then we're moving on to meeting our next guest. A few years back, when I was into the basketball scene, right, I met a head coach who, pretty much had a different aura about himself. The way he was speaking to kids, somehow got to me. And I said, someday when I'm doing my podcast, I have to get him on my show. And luckily, we've been texting each other and I tried to get a spot with him, and he's been gracious enough today to come and grace the All In with Talent table. And I'd like to welcome Fernando Brash,
yes,
who is the technical director of the NBA basketball school here in India. He's also a head coach, training kids all across the place, all across the country, I would say.
Yes.
Fernando, to start off with, can you tell me how did this journey begin here in India?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for the invitation. It was really awesome to be here. And at least to talk about basketball, it's what I love and it's what I do in daily basis. Well, my journey in India starts 3 years ago. I was not supposed to come to India in the first place, but in the last minute, my road come to India. It was a little bit tough in the beginning. The first 10 days was a really bit tough. But then I start to enjoy your country and the food get me immediately.
Yeah.
So now I'm very happy to be here, and at least one more year I'm going to stay here.
Interesting. Just to quickly begin with, right? We're speaking about your journey here in India. You said
yes,
you weren't supposed to be here. Before I start asking you about the technical bits of it, what do you enjoy about India?
Well, India, you have the food first. Then you have the people.
Yeah.
Immediately after that. Yeah. Not all the cities. Okay, I will not say what cities the people are not that interested, but in the majority of the cities, the people are very friendly with me. They treat me very well, and the food is amazing. You have like 1,000 different dishes. If you go to a restaurant, it's like a book. It's not a menu, it's a book, and you can choose whatever you want. So these are the two things that I really am passionate by your country.
Which is your favorite food now?
Well, you know that in Portugal we love meat and seafood. Okay, so we are like meat guys and seafood guys. But curiosity, in India, my 3 major dishes they are vegetarian.
Vegetarian?
Yes.
Okay.
The first one is dal khichdi.
Wow.
I love it.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites. Okay. Of course, almost at the same level, vada pav.
Okay.
And then we have egg burji. Wow. That I love it. Even the biryani, egg biryani, something like that. I really love it. And then everything that comes with mutton and chicken, I welcome.
You also said you managed to travel across the entire map, right?
Yeah.
Right from the top to the bottom. Have you been, across India?
Yeah, I have been in almost states. All the states in India, I've been there. I know the different language, the barriers that exist. There is a funny story. When I come to a country or a new club or whatever, I like to study a little bit about the club or the country, whatever. And I study a lot about India, something that I have in the internet. I Google it and go from there. And then I say, I want to start to learn Hindi. And when I start to learn Hindi, I have like 2-3 lessons. And then when I go to Bangalore, the majority of the people don't speak Hindi. I go to Kerala, they don't speak Hindi. I go to Chennai, they don't speak Hindi. And I say, why I'm learning Hindi? Yeah, forget it. I'm going to learn just 2-3 things, and that's it. Yeah, so that's the way that I figure out traveling all over India. I figure out that barrier with the language, and then the different parts of it's related to the food, right? Kolkata, amazing sweets. It's a sweet town. Everywhere you go, it's a sweet store. You go to Kerala, you have amazing seafood. Even in Chennai, you have amazing seafood. Mumbai, you have amazing vada pav. And you go to the Northeast, and you have I know that some people don't like that pork, but they eat a lot of pork over there, and they have amazing dishes with pork over there. So
somehow I feel when I'm speaking to you, I'm not speaking to someone who's from Portugal, but I feel I'm speaking to someone who's just been here, for quite some time. You can't tell it's just been 4-5 years odd. But speaking about that, we'll quickly get into the basketball aspect of it, which is what we wanted you to speak about, which is why I wanted you here. How did your connection first with basketball begin?
Well, it's a funny story because, as you know, I'm from Portugal. In Portugal, when we born, they give you a football ball. They don't give you a basketball ball, okay? You have like one day existing, and they put you a football ball in your feet. So like a normal kid, until 9 years old, 10 years old, I come from a very small village in Portugal, in the center of Portugal, central north, and I started playing football. And my love was football. Until now, I like football. I'm not that kind of guy that, okay, I'm a basketball coach and I don't like the other sports. No. I'm a passion for football too. I started playing football, but my family, fortunately or unfortunately, they shift town, right? And they go to Lisbon, where I have my house right now. It's the capital of Portugal. And where at that time, my house was in a place that doesn't exist or didn't exist any football club over there. And my mom told me, well, you don't have football clubs here. I'm not going to drive you nowhere. So you have to figure out a solution. And like 20 meters from my house, I have a basketball club.
Wow.
And I went there just to try to understand. And I remember like it was yesterday, it was on a Wednesday, 6:30 in the afternoon. I remember my first practice. I went there and I suck. It was terrible. I was a little bit bullied by the guys that were in the team because I didn't know. And I hated my first. And I reach home and I say, Mom, I don't want to come back. It was terrible. And my mom said, yeah, but you're not going to stay at home. You're not going to stay here all day long without doing nothing when you come to classes. So go there, give a try. And you know how is the mothers in Portugal, they use the methodology of the flip-flop. Okay, if you don't want to do something, they give you with a flip-flop. And okay, I went there. And then it was how can I say, day by day. And then I fall in love with the game. And then when I put something in my mind, I'm very focused on that. And it was until now. So between 12 years old, 11 years old until now, present, basketball has been my life. And I own everything to the game. That's why I love this game, because the game give me everything that I have.
Interesting. How has the journey been here in India? What do you see that's different here than it's different there?
Yeah, the first thing, the first year that I spent here in India, I spent it traveling and tried to understand what were the difficulties of basketball in India.
Correct.
What were the positive things, negative things. Try to understand the system, why some of the things don't go with the idea that I have for basketball. And then I figured out that we have a huge problem here in India, is the facilities. And the facilities create a huge problem for the progress of the game. Because imagine, you have 2 months of monsoons here, 2-3 months. This year was crazy. So rain a lot. So during that 3 months, what are you going to do if you don't have an indoor court? You're gonna have a gap of 3 months. Then if it's too hot, the parents or the school don't allow for the kids to go outside to practice. So you can create more 1 or 2 months gap. So we are talking about 5 months that the kids are not allowed to train. And then if you go to the regular days, they train like 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week. And this is the main problem that we are facing for the development of basketball.
If you want to be a good basketball player, how many hours should you train in a day?
Well, this is like math, right? This is like math. Math is very simple. 1 + 1 is 2, right? If you have 2 hours of practice, it's better than have just 1, because 2 is bigger than 1. So it's very simple, okay? And basketball is the same. If you tell me exists a correct number of hours for you to be better player, doesn't exist, okay? I can say you 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. I'm not a big fan of quantity. I'm a big fan of quality. Wow. Even if you train 2 hours a day straight, it's fine if that 2 hours is quality. But why am I going to train 2 hours if a game has 40 minutes? I'm not training for a marathon, right? So for 2 hours, what I'm going to do in 2 hours that I cannot do, for example, in 1 hour or 1 hour and 50 minutes. But that 1 hour and 50 minutes should be max intensity, no minutes lost. If you go to drink water, you just need 30 seconds. Why are you going to need 5 minutes? Sometimes I go to a place where the kids, hey, water break. They go, they sit down, they drink the water, they take some snacks. And I look to the watch, man, 5 minutes. They were sitting down and then come back. So there is no specific timing of hours per day. I know that I prefer quality instead of quantity. And then you have to balance. If you tell me that I train 1 hour before my classes, for example, okay? Then in the lunchtime, I can train half an hour shooting. And then in the evening, I can work 1 hour and a half. Works perfect. And we are talking about 3 hours a day, for example. Wow. It's possible. Maybe it's possible.
Just also trying to understand, what is your role here in India specifically? You're going to different schools. You're trying to train, kids. What's your role like? What is it that you've seen in terms of the Indian basketball fraternity that a gap of sort exists, and what do you think can change?
Yeah, so my role is very simple. I'm responsible for implement the methodology of NBA basketball schools program here in India. So this program, basically, we put it in some schools that wants to collaborate with us, and I'm responsible for teaching the coaches to perform properly on the schools. And then I have to manage all the programs that we have. Now we have more than 60 programs around India. When I arrived, we had just less than 20 something.
Okay. Now we programs. What are these?
Programs is that schools that work with us. So we have 60 plus schools with us in more than 13 cities. So basically, I have more than 60 coaches on my tutoring them every single day. And my job is for the coaches to understand that exists another methodology of the game to teach the kids and to improve the kids. Why? Because the basketball changed a lot in the last few years. Actually, the present basketball is totally different from 5 years ago. Totally different. And 5 years ago, totally different from 20 years ago. And I'm going to give you the example. Yesterday, I was seeing a show in television. That is LeBron James and Gigi Redick. They were speaking about the game. And LeBron James has a thought that was very curious. And he told me that when Allen Iverson reached the NBA, it changed totally the mindset of the game. Like a small guy can play with the big guys, can go there inside of the paint and make some dunks in their faces. So it changed the perspective of the game, not just for the big guys. The small mans and all around can play. The swag, the sleeves came with Allen Iverson. Everyone now is using sleeves because of Allen Iverson. Was the first guy using sleeves in the NBA. So and the game changed, and then came Steph Curry, and Steph Curry changed totally the game because now the game it's too much in the 3-point line focus because of Steph Curry. Because before that, the people still have the center inside, go inside, play inside. Now the game is totally different. Now we have the gap step. So instead of you to give 2 steps, now it's allowed for you to give 3 steps. So the game changed a lot. And this is what I'm trying to teach our new coaches here in India and to warn them that the game changed. and we have to make changes in ourselves. And this is the most difficult part that I'm facing in India, is changing the coaches, because they are very stubborn. that is the major problem that I'm facing right now.
Yeah, I'm also trying to understand, right? Like, it's definitely a huge job to try and tell someone this is something that you're doing wrong, but this is something that you can probably do in a better way. What is it that you bring to the table in terms of coaching, right? What are your ideas, values that you set?
Correct. So one thing that I learned as a coach in the past is that I'm not going to try for you to think at the same way as I think, because coaches, all of them, think in a different way. I have a way to think basketball. Other guy has another different. There is not just one way to win.
Correct.
That's what I'm trying to say. And what I'm trying to say to the coaches, you still can have your personality as a coach. Yeah. Some of them more extrovert, some of them more shy, etc. And you can have your own philosophy of the game. Yeah. But the way that we teach the game should be the same. So what I bring to the table is very simple. One thing I always told to my coaches, the small kids, they don't fall in love with the game in the beginning. Who they're going to fall in love?
You.
For the coach.
Yeah.
It's the coach that they're going to fall in love.
Yeah.
If they don't fall in love with the coach, they will not love the game. Yeah. It's very simple. Yeah. So if you go to a session with young kids and put the guys running, 42 degrees, running. Now play some matches, that's it, and let's go home. How are they going to fall in love with you?
Yeah, makes sense.
Now comes the relationship, athlete, coach. I have to understand what you have. For example, you bring a new shoes. I have to understand that is a new shoes. And the kid will say, oh, the coach is looking at me. Okay, he noticed that I have a new shoes, or I have a new haircut, or I have new glasses, whatever. So this part of the relationships is the most important thing when you start as a coach, relationship with the coaches. I don't say to be friends of them, okay, but at least be close enough to them for create this kind of relationship, right? And what I bring to the table to the coaches is warn them that the relationships comes first of the methodology. Okay. First relationship.
More than basketball?
Correct. First is the relationship. When I create a relationship, let's go, because they are ready with me. And the leader, as you know, and some people already spoke about this for sure, that a leader, it's when he looks back, you need to understand who is following. Yeah. If he's not alone, good sign. Yeah. If he's alone, oh my God, something is wrong, right? So, and the leader has to start with relationship. And then goes to the methodology, because the methodology, I teach him the fundamentals, okay? How you can teach pass to a kid, how can you teach pass to a dribbling or whatever, okay? I teach them. This is the methodology part, but then they have to understand that the personal part is the one that they have to focus on that. And of course, I give them the new ideas. I teach the coaches the new ideas of the modern basketball, if you want to call them. Right. That is totally different from 5 years ago.
What do you also think about our kids, right? Because you've been training with a lot of kids right now, a lot of talents. Where do you think do these kids stand in terms of playing basketball, the future of basketball for India?
Well, I'm going to be very honest with you. If we look around India for 10 good players of under 14, we're going to get them.
Wow.
If I want 10 good players under 16, I will get it around India. If I want 10 good players under 12, I will get it. Boys and girls, I don't make any, we can get them.
Okay.
Now is what comes next. Yeah. Because in young categories, we have talent. Yeah. We have kids, tall kids, the people say, oh, the Indian guy is small. They are not small. In 1.5 billion people, I will find some tall guys. And I don't need to have 20 tall guys, right? I just need 1, 2 from each age category, right? Yeah. Or more if I have it, perfect. But I don't need 1,000, okay? So we have that kids. And the concept that corroborate this idea is we were in Abu Dhabi last month for the NBA Basketball Schools tournament, and we play against Australia, Europe, Lebanon, Kuwait, Dubai. So we play a lot against a lot of countries, and we still have a gap of 20 points. Okay. This is the gap. Okay, we are a little bit under for 20, 30 points. But in some times of the game, Okay, we can manage. We can be competitive with them. Now, what comes next is what the kids always ask me, sir, and now what? What can I do from now? I have 16 years old. You already told me that I have a good skill. And now what I'm going to do? Where I'm going? And this is the question that not just NBA, basketball schools, or other, is something that the major institutions that runs basketball, they have to answer to the kids. Okay? What comes next? What you can do next? For what? For you to continue your progression. Otherwise, you reach under 16 and that's it. And you don't have nothing more.
So you're saying there is no proper pathway after the age of 16 for a basketball player to groom themselves. If you look at kids.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I will go a little bit behind. We don't have a proper pathway for all the kids, all the age categories, because, for example, in all the cities where I go, you just have small tournaments.
Yeah.
For example, a lot of 3-on-3 tournaments, some 5v5 tournaments, but you don't have a proper, for example, home, away league, for example, right? You don't have every week we're gonna play. And some of the people say, oh, sir, but it's very difficult because the states are very big. It's okay, but divide your city if you have to do it in 4. Yeah. And you have 4 academies here, 4 academies here, 4 academies here, and they play against each other for 3-4 months. Yeah. And then the winners, you get together and make something. We have to do something, okay? NBA Basketball School is going to do that in the starting on November. We're going to have an internal league. Wow. But for us to give a step forward, to give at least some expose to the kids, because they need to have regular basis exposed. Otherwise, like I said to you, 3 months on monsoons, 2 months that is very hot, 5 months of the year is out. So they're going to train for what, 7 months? 7 months is not enough for you to be a great basketball player.
Yeah. What do you also think about our fitness levels of sort? Because I'm sure you've been coming from an international circuit. The way athletes train internationally is different to the way at least we've been training here. Is it the strength? Is it the skill? Is it the mindset? What's more important?
The mindset, I don't agree at all, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, I'm going to start from the mindset, because a lot of people say, oh, the mindset of India, blah, blah. It's totally wrong. Every player I coach in India, they want to be better and they want to be great. So the mindset is not a problem.
It's there.
The mindset is there. They want to give everything. Some of them, they want, but they are not will to. So they say, yes, I want. But in the end, okay, so now we're going to train at 5 a.m. Are you ready? Oh, no, sir, because, okay, so you are not ready. You tell me one thing, but you are not ready, okay? But the majority of the players that I train, the mindset is there. Okay. The mindset is there. They want to be better. They want to train. They want to get better. Like I said, not all of them, but the majority of them. Yeah. So the mindset is there. The problem that is here, if you tell me, oh, it's the size or the strength, it's not, because I have big guys here in India, and I already met a lot of guys, big guys with 14 years old, bigger than I saw in Europe, or in US. So we don't have a problem of height. So what is the problem? The problem is create conditions for these players develop the skills that are there, they already have, that the Mother Nature give it to them. Okay, you are high, you have the mindset, now you just need someone on your side to guide you. Right. Because if you don't have guidance at these ages, how a kid can be consistent in this game? 14 years old, he comes to school, go home, well, I don't have nothing to do, what, TV or PlayStation or whatever. And he stayed there for hours and hours and hours. And when he looked to the watch, oh my God, I have to go have some dinner and then I sleep because tomorrow I have school. So the mindset is there. The bodies are there. Okay, the athlete body is there. Now what we need is create conditions to development these kids. This is what is missing in India. Is
development and guidance.
Correct.
Interesting. Also to try and come in from a perspective of what do you tell the kids personally? When you meet them on a personal level, I'm sure that they will have a lot of questions for you, but there's a certain way you go about your training as well.
Yeah.
What is your ethos of sorts?
Yeah, so I have a lot of kids, even in social media, they contact me and they ask me, sir, how can I do better? What can I do to improve my my shot or my dribble, or how can I improve my stamina, etc., etc. And we already have this conversation inside. When I tell the kids, my other question to them is, what do you do for you? What you did today, today for you to improve.
Correct.
You run today? No. You make how many shots? No. So what are you doing for you to improve yourself first? Because even the biggest players, even in NBA, okay, they have a lot of games. Of course, in a regular season, they don't have much time to train. But in off season, they train by themselves. They don't have the coach of the club calling, hey, sir, please come here to have a session. No, they have to work on their own. They have 2 months when they have to go to the gym every day, they have to make shots every day, and they have to keep going. Otherwise, they are not prepared for the regular season of 82 games per season. So you have to do your own homework. And sometimes I have this analogy, and I ask to the kids. So when you go to your biology class, you have a notebook for biology? I say, yeah, I have. And for math, you have? But you have a notebook for basketball? And I say, no. And I ask him, why don't you have a notebook for basketball? Why don't you note that in 24 of November, I make 100 shots on my room? And they say, sir, but I don't have a ball in there. Come on, man, you can buy that small hoops that you have in Amazon for 500 rupees. And you can improve your shooting technique 500. And you can, okay, I made 500 shots, and I shoot 500 and I made 200, for example. Okay? And then the other day you do the same. And you do the same. And after 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, you're going to look to your notebook and say, okay, I already make 10,000 shots. So means that you already make 10,000 shots more than the other guy from the other team. And this is not just a competition when I'm with my team. Sometimes I have to compete with myself and knowing that someone, somewhere is training too. And I have to be better than him. Why I cannot make, for example, 100 abs and 100 push-ups every single day before I go to bed?
Because I'm not pushing myself.
And this is come to this mindset. I want to be better. I have the correct mindset. But now what I do for me to be better? You think that I'm going to improve just going to the team practice and go home? It's impossible. I always give some tips, and I can give some tips here, no problem,
Please.
for the players. For example, when you wash your teeth, you have electric brush or a normal one?
Normal brush.
Normal, right? I have electric one, but I'm an old guy, so I can use it. But the majority of the kids, they have the manual one, right? So why don't you wash your teeth with a weak hand?
Left hand.
Sometimes some ones are left, some ones are right. I don't know, but just wash your teeth with a weak hand. Okay. You are improving your weak hand. You are studying. Why don't you have the anti-stress balls like this? And when you are studying, you are doing this. You are improving your weak hand, right? Oh, I don't have a basket, but you have a trash bin. So put just 2 paper balls or 5 paper balls and make 100 shots to your trash bin. And that's it. So these simple tips, you can do it when you are in regular basis. I remember that when I improve or where I improve more as a basketball player was not in the sessions. I had terrible coaches, terrible. But where I improved more was with my friends playing every day. We were on the street every single day playing basketball. Sometimes fighting, sometimes there was no rules, there was no coaches. And this is where you learn how to play basketball. It's on the street.
So you're saying you've not learned it from someone, but these are habits and tips that you imbibe by yourself?
Correct. Of course that you need coaches to guide you in some direction. Okay, I'm not saying that the coaches are not important. So I'm talking against me. No, I'm not going to say that. But I'm saying that a compliment that you have to have, a plus that you have to have is play with your friends. Invite one guy, play one-on-one for 1 hour. Time to time every week. Invite 2 or 3 kids and let's make some shots. Let's make competition between us. Okay, I like competition. I'm a competitive guy. And all my sessions, in all the drills that I make, starting in a warm-up, finalize the session, all of them, they have competition. Because the kid has to understand one thing. Winning and losing is not the same thing. I'm going to repeat. Winning and losing, it's not the same thing. But winning doesn't mean that you are the best. And losing doesn't mean that you are the worst. Winning means that I have to keep doing my great job to keep winning. And losing, I need to do something else to reach the other level.
Yeah.
And this is very important for the kids to understand. Sometimes I know that the kids like to win a medal just of participation. I understand that,
Yeah.
but they have to understand that winning and losing is not the same time. Because why? In life is the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose in life. Now, how you react losing in life,
Yeah.
how you react when you are winning in life.
Yeah.
And sports can teach you that.
Just for my example, I understand that if there is a team, if there's a player who specifically lost a game, I'm sure that they're down and out, and then you have few words to tell them, okay, this is what you can do. Imagining that there is a team who's playing really well, they've started to win now. There are good players who are playing really well. Now, when that player is playing really well, there is a chance that the player will peak at the right time, and then there's a fall that may come. What do you as a coach tell that player at that time when they're at the peak, when they're playing really well at the top?
So when the coach is, when the player is on the top, you mean?
Yeah.
What kind of things I told him, or when he goes down?
No, because when he's at the top, I understand when he's down that there is a chance for him to come back. But when he's playing really well and he's seeing all, the glamour and stuff around it, what do you tell the player then when he's at its peak?
It's very simple. You cannot put your players comfortable. If you put your players comfortable, something is wrong. Okay, you have to always to challenge them.
Yeah.
And the big players, the players that are on the top for a long time, they're always looking for new challenge. And you have in basketball, for example, Steph Curry, LeBron James, you had Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. So all of these big stars in NBA, they have a long careers because they were never happy, or they settle down after winning.
Yeah.
So, and one thing that you have to put these players is always not put objectives, but don't put them comfortable. Just create situations when they understand that they have to push themselves to the next level. Sometimes can be putting in a team that is not that good. For example, okay, you have to help your guys to be better.
Yeah.
You have to be the leader. You have to lead these guys until the end. So put them in uncomfortable situations when they understand that, okay, I have to push myself to go to the next level. If you always tap him, pep talk, you are amazing, you are the best one, thank you so much, bye, 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 bye. Some of them, okay, they don't listen very well because they are focused, but some of them can devoid from the main objective, and they are up and down. That's why you see, and I'm going to invite you, or the people that are seeing us, to see the all-star teams in NBA for the past 10 years. Okay, some of the guys go there like once, twice, and then never appears in the all-star teams. Some of the guys are every single day over there.
Yeah.
Why? Comes from, what are you saying? Some of them, they reach the peak in one particular time of their career. When you reach a peak in NBA, you know what it means. You are automatically millionaire. You're going to receive a lot of money over there, right?
Yeah.
So, and some of them, okay, I have money, my family settled down, now I have my 5 years contract, I'm just going to chill and make some shots of it. But then they are not in the highlights anymore. And then you have all Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, okay, always back-to-back all-stars. Why? Because these guys want more. These guys want challenge. These guys want to win more and more and more and more and more. So this is what defines a guy in the top. And because in the top, at some time of your life, you reach a top in your career. You reach. Now, are you ready to be consistent, or you're going down? So that is the answer. You have to be prepared every single time.
Interesting. Also want to take it back down to India, right? Just trying to understand, you've seen so much in terms of talent, in terms of skill. You're now training a lot of kids here. We're slowly seeing systems come together as well. If you had to rate us on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of quality that we have, where do we stand right now?
Oh my God, you are putting me in a very difficult position.
Just to give us
Oh
a
my
range.
God. Well, I'm not going to run from the question, okay? Well, if you're going to look to let me go back a little bit if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Before I came to India, and when I knew that I was located here in India, one of the things that I did was I saw all the matches that was available on YouTube from the national teams. All the matches that were available under 16, under 18, 20, seniors. I saw the matches. Yeah, and one of the things that comes to me immediately is okay. They are not physical. They don't have like a physical figure.
Yeah.
Strong guys, strong women, and I see boys and girls, not just boys. You have some guys that are strong. Now they are better. Now I think the mindset is a little bit better in the last few years, but and they were not playing with a lot of intensity, like be quick, decision very quick, like the modern basketball is right now. Now you almost don't have time to think. We have 24 seconds possession, right? Ball possession, but now the teams don't use 24 seconds.
Yeah.
If they can run, they're going to use it 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds, because there is more ball possessions, more show off. And the people like that, right? The people don't like a guy dribbling 20 dribbles at the same spot, making a pass, go over there. They don't like that. Yeah. And you have to sell the game, because we are not playing for ourselves.
True.
We have to play for someone. And for this to be appeal to someone to be willing to pay a ticket to see you play, you have to give show off.
Yeah.
If you don't give a show off, if you are just, I'm going to give you an example, 99% of the teams here defend zone defense. Zone defense is a type of defense. I'm not going to be in detail with you, but it's a kind of defense. Yeah, but it's a kind of defense that the people...
Boring.
It's boring because you pass one side, go to the other side, the 3 points sometimes. And it's not a fun game, right?
Yeah.
And nobody going to pay for that.
Yeah.
And we have to understand this mindset. It's a fight that I have with my coaches. Is it's not allowed to make zone defense in our program. It's not allowed. Even in Europe, until the age of 14, it's not allowed for the kids to put this kind of defense, because gonna crack you a little bit for the development of the offense player. Right? And if you don't develop your player in offense skills, how are you going to win games? Yeah. It's not just defending. Yeah. Sometimes the mindset is, oh, I'm a defender guy. Yeah, but if you don't score, if the game is 0-2, who's going to see a basketball game 0-2? Yeah. The other day I saw a match, I don't think you're going to believe it. It was a 20 minutes match, and the result was 4-2.
4-2.
For 20 minutes match, 4-2, under 14. And I say, nobody wants to see this. Yeah. Nobody. Okay. Yeah. So why? Both of teams' zone defense was a mess. Yeah. So if I have to grade the Indian basketball right now, and for what I see, we have some achievements recently with the female team under 16 and the boys getting the qualified for the Asia Cup, I think. So we are getting there. We understand that we can have good basketball players. The federation is making some improvements for basketball in the last year and a half, something like that. So, but we are still away. We still have a gap of 30 to 50 points from the other team. So I think that we are in level 5.
Makes sense. Somewhere in the middle.
Yes, we are in the middle. Yes, we are in the middle.
Also want to get to that point of understanding. What is it that we don't teach our kids that you've seen, which is been taught outside right now? In terms of when a kid is growing, something that needs to be taught here in India, which currently we're not teaching and should be taught.
I think it's the offense individual technique. We don't waste too much time on that. Just for you to understand.
What is this technique?
Well, we don't teach the kids to know how to score.
Okay.
We don't teach them how to score. For example, the majority of the drills that I see is, for example, dribbling 20 times at the same time, in the same place. Dribbling, then go to the other side, then 2 hands, and between the legs, and you are 20 minutes on this, in the same spot. Tell me one situation in basketball when you give 20 dribbles in the same spot.
I don't, yeah.
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
So why I'm going to train something that is not related to the game? Doesn't make sense, right? I have to do something, at least dribble in progression. and a finalization, something. And then when he's very good doing that, let's put a defender or cone or whatever to make some opposition. So, and what we are not teaching the kids is how to score properly. They don't know. And they don't know the whys. Why I'm doing this kind of pass.
Right.
Why I'm doing this kind of dribble. If my defender is in my back, how I make the finalization? With each end. I'm in the right side, but which end I'm going to use if the guy is behind me?
Do you think they're not curious enough to know the why?
The kids don't know. The kids, you have to understand one thing, and you have to come from you have to come with the principle that the kids don't know the game. That's why they are there, for you to teach them, right? But the coach has to understand the why. Because if you put the kid, you imagine, make aero step. Aero step, it's a move that outside, inside, and finalization, okay? So you teach the aero step, and the kid are training the aero step for 20 minutes, right side, left side, with no defender. And I don't tell him why he's doing that. And the guy go home, and the parent asking, what do you learn? Oh, I learned an aero step. Oh, what? But that is for what? I don't know, it's a step inside and then outside, and I'm done. But he has to understand why I'm doing this. Because the defender is on my side, is in front of me, is on the back. Why I'm doing this. And this is what I'm trying to teach our coaches, is to teach the kids why. Because I believe that a coach with information is a formed coach. So, a kid with information is a better player. It's a better player. And and the coaches has the obligation to give the whys to them. Why I'm doing this? Why you are doing that? Why I should make a jump stop? Why in for example, a fast break, how can I make a jump stop? How can I stop? 1 step, 2 steps? So in this kind of question, I make a lot of questions to my coaches for them to understand, because it's like a discussion. I not go to a whiteboard and design, okay, this is what you have to learn. No. I'm saying, okay, what is your difficulties? Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, why you think when I go in a fast break, the kid has stopped 1 stop or 2 stops for a jump shot, for a jump shot? What do you think? And we have like a conversation for him to understand what is my idea, what I'm trying to teach him. I'm not that kind of guy that, okay, you have this, please teach this. Okay, some of them, I did it because they don't want it. Some of them, they don't care. Okay, they don't want to go to the schools, perform, go home, drink a chai, take a nap, and go home. So this is what they want. But it's okay, it's fine. It's their decision. It's okay. But the ones that they really want learn, this is the approach that I have with them. It's a conversation. And some of the times they present me some drills, because majority of the drills that I have, I didn't see on YouTube. And I told the coaches, it's a mistake you go to YouTube and try to replicate that in your sessions. It's a huge mistake. You can use the main idea and then create your own drill. But the majority of the drills that I have comes from my head.
Like, have you seen it somewhere?
I'm going to give you something that is very spooky, even for me. Even for me. Okay? I always have a notebook on my side of my bed. Okay? And sometimes I dream with drills. And this is true. I dream with drills. Sometimes I go to bed thinking nothing, because you know how we guys, right? The guys go to sleep. Okay? We don't think in nothing else. Just go to sleep. And then in the middle of the night, I wake up and say, oh my God, I have this idea. And I take notes on my notebook. I said, that's it. And then the other day, I'm going to put on my laptop this drill. I have a library of 1,000 drills or more over there. And some of them, the majority of them, is created by me. Why? I can see a drill. Okay, is an interested setup. I don't need this setup for my team. I'm going to try to make some arrange. And one of the things that I do with my coaches is very simple. I say, present me a drill. Okay, now I'm going to change that drill for what you want. And I never saw that drill in my life. And I make some changes and I show them, this makes sense for you? Oh yeah, this is what I want. Okay. So I don't know if this is a quality that I have or not, I don't know. But I like to mix ideas, bring some setups and put them on with my idea and present that to our coaches. That's why I ask them to, please don't go to YouTube, don't replicate that, think the game. Because when you are thinking, you are learning.
I was going to come to an interesting question about a player, but now that we're speaking about the coach, I think I have to ask you, what makes a good coach in terms
Consistence.
of basketball or anything else?
Consistence.
Consistency.
Consistence. Consistent is the key word. I have three ideas for my coaches. Keep it simple. Don't look to basketball as a rocket science. This is not a rocket science.
Yeah.
Okay? More complicated you make the game to the players, more difficult you're going to stay. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
3 major ideas for offense, 3 major ideas for defense, and let's go with us. This. That's it. Okay? And maintain this consistent. And don't go to the sides. Maintain your focus over there if you really believe in that, right? So keep it simple. Second is consistent. Consistent. You have to be very consistent. You have to demand your players to be there every day or every 3 days a week. Maintain the consistency of practice, ideas, methodology, etc., etc. And then the third one is, I told to the guys, they have to have 15 minutes of basketball per day.
Wow.
It's like a medicine. Making yoga for 30 minutes a day. The doctor of basketball said to my patients, 15 minutes a day, and you're going to be a great coach. Why? Just see a highlight of a game. Just see guys talking about basketball. Just see a small clinic, because in YouTube you have millions of things. Okay, just pass 15 minutes learning something with basketball, because I do the same. Every single day I see a basketball match.
Wow.
Every single day.
Consistency.
I have the NBA TV here, and the other day, because the hours are not for me for sure, because here it's 6 a.m., 5 a.m., so it's very late. But the other day I see or the full video, or I see just the compact of the game. But every day I see a basketball match, or from Europe, from NBA, EuroLeague, from my national league in Portugal. So every day I learn something. And I take notes, because I have my basketball notebook or the phone sometimes, or I always take notes. And that's why it's very important for the coaches to understand that these 3 things, if you deliver this, you're going to be a very good coach in the future. Keep it simple, consistent, and 15 minutes of basketball a day.
Marvelous. Killed it. I also want to go to a point, right? To try and understand the culture of sport in Portugal. We have a Cristiano, who's a big figure.
Correct.
We now have a Ruben Amorim, who's certainly come, because I'm a Manchester fan.
Yeah, I know that. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry about your club in the last few years, man. I respect you. I respect your pain. But you have a good coach.
Yeah, we have a good. Yeah, I mean that's.
Not just because it's Portuguese. Just give him time. The guy will reach there.
I certainly have a soft corner for him, and I'm backing him, and I'm hoping that he certainly.
Nice. I'm very happy.
But I want to understand, what is the culture like there? You know, we've seen a lot of sporting idols come out of Portugal.
Yeah.
What is the culture like there?
Well, we in Portugal, you cannot say that football is a sport. Football is a religion.
Just like cricket is here.
Yeah, correct. You go to every corner, you see kids playing football over and over and over and over. And if you have a friend of a rival, if your team wins to my team, I can be without speaking to you for 3-4 days or 1 week.
Wow, is that bad?
It's that bad. And if you make funny of my losses, I will not reply you, and I'm not going to speak to you for quite some time. So this is the culture that exists in Portugal. It's like a religion. Just for you to understand, all the televisions, the broadcast every single day, at least 2 hours of one football program in their broadcast. Okay, at least 2 hours a day, and we are talking about 10 channels. Wow. So imagine how many scrutiny the football is there over there, right? So of course of that you have quality, because the football coaches in Portugal, they are very good. For example, one of the things that Portugal is exporting a lot around the world, I think you can see a Portuguese coach every part of the world. Yeah. Every part of the world, you have a Portuguese guy working there. And the other day I heard that it is a Portuguese guy in Mauritius or something. I said, how the hell this guy is doing here? So it's unbelievable. So we export a lot of coaches because, like I said, they are very good. The methodology over there is very good. There exist thousands of clubs over there, if you can call it academies. So a lot of players playing with quality. Yeah. Then in basketball, we had Now one guy playing in the Misketa, playing in Boston Celtics, and we already have in the past some players in the NBA, like in female, like Mary Andrade and Tisha Penicheiro, two amazing basketball players in the WNBA. But now Nemisketa reaching NBA, playing minutes in Boston Celtics, one of the most iconic club in US. So this brings what? And the recent achievements from the national team, male and female, brings a boost to the game and to the sport in Portugal. And we have one good thing that you don't have here in India.
What is that?
Is a lot of indoor courts. In Portugal, every 3-4 kilometers you have an indoor court. And of course, doesn't matter if it's raining, doesn't matter if it's sun, you're going to have the session during all year long. So, and this, what going to do? The consequences, you're going to have more hours. So if a kid in Portugal train 10 hours a week, a kid in India train 2 hours a week. We have an 8 hours gap. Now multiply this for 4 weeks. We have 32 hours gap.
Great. So since we've been speaking about Portugal as well, right? Something that I wanted to touch upon is what you mentioned to me earlier, that in Portugal, you also have a lot of importance given to female athletes.
Correct.
Can you help me with that a bit and try and tell us as to what is so much special about it?
Yeah, we in the last maybe 3-4 years, the people try to look to the female sport with more focus and give more opportunities to the girls. And the consequence of that was a huge impact in the female sports community, more specific in basketball. Why? We now, actually, we have, I think it's the biggest number of girls playing in US universities. We have a lot of girls playing over there. Why? Well, that is a consequence of several things. One of the things were a better professional league in Portugal, female league. So they give more, all the games are broadcast for everyone that can see in open channel. The clubs, they put a little bit more money in the female sports. And the consequence of that was recently they participate in the first Eurobasket in Europe. They get qualified for the Eurobasket. And they perform very well. And this give a huge boost to the female sports. And I think that India should follow the same path.
Yeah, you also mentioned to me that women can bring something to the table that men can't.
Yeah, they bring consistency. You remember the word that I tell you, consistent? Okay, keeping simply consistent. Girls bring that. I was a very happy coach for a long time in female teams. It's tough. I'm not going to hide you that, okay, it's just rainbows and unicorns. It's not. It's very tough. It's challenge. And I give you that example in our conversation before that a guy, the difference between boys and girls normally is that a boy come to the session if he has problems, he leave the problems on the locker room and focus on the session and give 100%. The girls, no. The girls bring all the problems to the court. So you have to be very patient. Sometimes it's tough to have that patience. But in giving and taking, I think that the girls give you sometimes more than the boys. They are more loyal to you. They go until the end of the world for you. And it's a relationship that lasts for the rest of your life. Wow. And this is I think that the major, because I train both boys and girls, and I've been a lot of years with the female teams. And I think my conclusion after all these years is that they are more consistent, the girls, but they bring all the problems inside of the court. So you have to be like sometimes not a coach, but a father for them.
Wow, interesting. Let's also try and get into your head a little bit. We just want to try and understand, what kind of person are you? What are the things that keep you going in life? You're away from your family, you're away from your close ones, staying in another city. But there is something that drives you, motivates you to just keep going every day. What is it like?
Yeah, I love life. First of all, I love to be awake. I love to live. I love to meet new people. And as you already can see, I'm speaking a lot. So I speak a lot with everyone. Even the cab guys, the rickshaw guys. I always try to speak, learn, improve a little bit my Hindi, Tora Tora. And I love to speak and I love to be with people. I'm a very happy person. I'm not waste any time with problems because one mentality that I have is when I see a problem, I see a solution. Wow. I don't take too much time in the problem. Okay, we have the problem. I'm going to change him, thinking in him over and over and over. No. I'm going to change the problem if I think in the problem during the night and lose one night's sleep. No. So let's focus on the solution. There is no solution. It's okay. It's fine. Let's move on.
How do you deal with this problem?
You have to choose battles. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of battles in your life. Okay, and you cannot win all of them. I don't know anyone in the world that win all the battles, all the games, all the problems. No. So you have to win. You have to choose. You have to choose what kind of battles I'm gonna pick. This one worth my time? No. Next. This one worth my time? Okay, let's focus on this, and one at a time. One thing that here in India is sometimes the people where I work, they are all over the place. They present me 25 problems. I say, sir, okay, exist 25 problems. Let's put it in the most important to the less important, and let's go one by one. And let's focus one by one. I don't care if you are telling me 25 problems on the phone. I'm not going to manage all of them. What is more important today? Today, what is more important? This one? Okay, let's focus on this one. So I keep the things very simple. Like I said, to keep it simple. Okay? And one thing that I learned recently, not very long time back, is that there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way.
Wow, there is no way to happiness.
Happiness is the way. Correct. And I learned this recently. And this
was there an instance that?
No, was in a conversation with a person, and he told me that in the middle of the conversation, and I put this phrase on my mind. I say, yeah, this totally makes sense because this is what I'm doing for the past 20-something years, is smiling to life because the life will smile you back. If you are grunchy every single day, the life will be very tough to you, right? It's so what I do is smile. It's okay, smile to everyone. If I smile to him, the camera guy that is there, the guy's going to smile me back, right? If I'm going to be like raunchy, you're going to say, oh my God, what this guy is doing, right? So the smile is the most magnetic thing that you can do it, and you can be kind. So I have these two as a person, always happy, smile to life, keep it simple, and share. I love to share everything. Even when I leave, every week I share a lunch with the security guys and the housekeepings over there. So it's something that I like to do it. They don't speak a word of English, zero. We are just smiling and eating all together. And for me, it's fine. So I don't take life too serious. If you take the life too serious, I think you're gonna be in a snowball that you cannot live that snowball for quite some time. So keep it light.
Do you also imbibe these from someone? Because you're a coach, do you look up to some other coach? Do you look up to some player and be like, these are some things that I want to keep in my life?
No, I think the episodes that I live through my life puts me on this spot where I am now. I'm going to give you the example. When I was more young as a coach, I was a very tough coach. And if I lose, I go home, I don't talk to anyone. I didn't eat, I go to bed straight, I didn't sleep. I was very, very angry with everyone. And then I understand that, okay, the people that are waiting for me in my house, they love me. They just want the best for me. Okay, they are not hurt as me because I'm lost, but they are there for me. So I keep changing. I say, okay, when the game is finished, finish. I'm not going to change nothing because one of the rules that I have, winning or losing, but more in the loss, I don't speak with my players. I'm go out, see you everyone, tomorrow we speak. Because after games, it's not a good timing for speaking because everything is in the top of your skin, right? Every emotions are there. So everything that you can say, even with a good purpose, could be wrong interpreted and you're going to create worst a worse situation, that is all right. So I don't speak with my players. If you win, well, we win, we go there, clap, yeah, good job, and go home. When we lost, guys, tomorrow we speak about this, go home and give a small thought on that, but tomorrow. And the experience that I have through my years put me in a place that a game is a game. And the most important thing is not winning or losing. The most important thing is the relationship that you have. And the relationships is about the players that still call you, still, hey, coach, how are you? Hey, coach, I miss you. If you are walking in Portugal and you see a guy from the other side, the guy comes to you and give you a coach, nice to see you, what a pleasure. So this is the wins that you have in your life. It's not the medals, not the championships. One time they make me this question that, you remember who win the under-16 championship in 2016? I don't have a clue. So if I'm an interest guy and I don't have a clue, so it's not important.
Yeah.
But important is the coaches and players that stays through your life. Yeah. Okay, that is the medals that you have to collect, is the relationships between players and coaches.
Wow, that's interesting. Has anyone ever given you an advice which is stuck with you and you want to share it with us as well? Like a best advice you've ever been given? To be honest, I receive a lot of advices more related to the game itself. Good. With life, I didn't receive a lot of advice. I have advice from my father that always say me that it's better for you to be poor and serious than rich and a thief. A thief, how you say? A robbery, a guy that robs stuff. Thief, okay. A thief, right? So I prefer you to be poor, but an honest guy, that rich and dishonest. And I think that this approach or this advice, I build all the rest. It was the foundation for me, and then the rest come with the experience and episodes that come, because I'm a very honest guy in that department. I'm not a guy that looks money as a goal in my life. Never. And I know that in India, money is very important. Rupees, the people, like, first rupees and then the rest. Yeah. And I understand that, okay, the people struggle, and I totally understand, but I never accept any kind of project for money. I was there just for the join and be passionate in what I'm doing. So doing what I love. That's why I'm working for 25 years as a coach, and I never felt that I'm working. When you love something, and this is not new, everyone knows that, when you love something that you do, you don't feel that I'm working. And I'm a fortunate guy that I never look projects for the money, but I cannot say that the money is not important. Yeah. But I always look for things that give me the fire and passion to enjoy what I'm doing. With that, I also have to ask you, what does success mean to you in life? Success is happiness. When you are happy, you get the success. This is what I think. Nice and simple. Yes, keep it simple, like I said. Yeah. If you are happy, you are a successful guy. Thank you so much. I think this has been one of the podcasts which has been, so much to do with learning, so much to do with motivation, so much to understand as to, along with coaching, how important it is to be a nice human being as well. Correct. To be humble, to try and share with people. And I think that is something that you brought here today on this table, on this podcast. I want to genuinely thank you for giving me your afternoon, giving me your time, for being here, sharing your bits, that you have in terms of coaching, in terms of athletes, students, and just hope and pray that wherever you are next, you continue to grow and continue to share the kind of joy that you have. Well, thank you so much, first of all, for the invitation. It was amazing, very good conversation. Doesn't feel like it was an interview. It was a really nice conversation about basketball. It's what I love. And I hope that I'm going to finish as I start. I'm not here to change nothing. I'm here to help basketball in India. That's it. Thank you so much, Fernando. Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure. God bless you, man. God bless you. Thank you.